Hello everybody, welcome back to Endless Space. We are rejoining the United Empire here, and let's see what we can get done through turn 70. We've acquired the Miners Union, we can build those, we can get on the marketplace now. We advanced economy and trade. Ooh, we get to pick out a new hero. Who do we want to take? So if we're going to get Hadri Lenko if we complete that quest. So he'll be a military guy that I would like to, put with my fleet and have him help out that. So we've got this really rough-looking guy who you would think would be in the military, but he's actually a scientist. His name's Oleg. We've got Ima Naratia, ecologist, and Thostrelin, who is an unfallen, so like a tree person, industrialist. We already have Dmitri, who is an industrialist. These two are both Imperials. Oh yeah, so Oleg is a guardian, so he is more focused on combat, which makes sense with his look. I'm just kind of surprised that he's with the scientists. Ima is an overseer, which is more of a, as you can see, there's system-wide resources and fleet development. So, could probably go either way, either a governor or with a fleet. Let's do Thostrelin's a seeker, which is more about exploration. Let's do Imanaratia with the ecologists. There she is. And then we will put her... Let's assign her to another big system, which is probably what? Cancer is producing the second most after Gaikon. Pretty much everything, so yeah, let's put her on Cancer. And she's already got a skill point. So again, the green tree exactly the same as Dimitri's, but the Imperial one is the same because she's also Imperial, but she's got the Overseer skills here, which are different. And she could give a pretty big food boost to this place. The rest are all the same, so let's do that. So she should be providing a lot of extra food to Cancer. The system, not the disease. Alright, Trader's Reach. Not super happy. They do have 2 planets. Not really any resources. So let's do, I guess, supermarkets. Honeycomb scope, and then we'll kind of see where they are after that. Batten. They are not very happy either. Why not? Oh, mine is from the planet? Who's unhappy on the planet? Mine is 6 from planet. I mean, it's Mediterranean. It's a pretty nice place, right? -4 from overpopulation, -6 from planet. I don't know why they're unhappy about the planet. Whatever. Let's just build those data shipyards for now. How's everybody doing? We do have quite a lot of influence. Is there a law that would be helpful? Alright, I'm thinking maybe we will issue toys for boys, because some of the systems are a little unhappy, and we don't really have a lot that we need to build right now. We've kind of gone through a lot of our options. So reducing the industry by a little bit to make everybody a bit happier might be helpful for the moment. And I don't think it costs any upkeep, so we can take it off whenever we want, Yes, Idris. A nice Mediterranean planet Uh, lower happiness, lower production, but more dust. Well, let's see what you guys think. Lower happiness on this planet? It looks great. Well, that's for them to deal with, I guess. New event progress. Oh yes, this one is a group of people want to destroy valuable cultural monuments and priceless artifacts to usher in a new industrial era. So if we let them do that, we lose science for a while, but we get more, oh, just on Wyrix. They lose science because they're destroying all these cultural artifacts, but they gain more production. Everyone's excited about industry. Or we can kind of do the opposite and say, stop, we need to keep those and boost our science, which I'm actually going to do in this case. Keep those cultural artifacts. Alright, see, they're more content here because they got their toys. Let's put in the National Museum. Botanical scanning. We got some more food buildings, that's good. What else do we want? Let me... Oops, we got a new solo quest. Something about black market rings. We can either shut down the rings by assigning a hero of at least level 5 on 3 systems, which will be tough because we only have 2 heroes and they're definitely not level 5. We get a random technology. Or we can let the black market stay, reach happiness on all 3 to get a random technology. I think at this point, letting them stay is going to be easier. We get the same reward either way. A gun smuggling ring. I mean, I don't like the idea of letting them hang around, but it's really not going to affect anything. It's just for the quest, you know. If I was really running this place, I would shut them down, but in this case, we'll pay Duke Groltz a visit. Make sure he understands the stakes, but this little venture can help you sow unrest in your enemy's ranks. We just have to make sure that everybody remains happy. Alright, Dimitri just hit level 6. Right, we're off to the second ring, so let's see what we have available. He can bring happiness. Bring manpower defense. Manpower defense. More industry. More science. Some ship things, and this is lots of influence. What do we want? Let's do the industry to begin with. It's kind of his thing, right? And then Gaikon will make things pretty quickly. You know, they're making 105 industry a turn, which is 80 more than my next best place. So, you know, it's almost twice that. So they can build some stuff. If we do Miners Union, we'll get more, what is this, Hyperium every turn, but we've got a lot of that. Should we just do food? Let's do this. Oh yes, I forgot about the research. Yeah, what do we want to do? We can get even bigger ships. We can... What does this do? Create an alliance. Colonize toxic. I did have a toxic planet, at least one. We could do more colonization. That might not be a bad idea. Because we are sitting on a lot of planets that we can't move on right now. So that's a lot of, untapped resources, and we're kind of running out of room for people. Applied happiness. Yeah, maybe we should go down here in science and exploration, get some more colonization options and like some more movement options, things like that. We can learn how to access the second tier strategic resources, but I don't think we've. Oh, I was going to say I don't think we've found any. We did find some on Janus, but we don't have a colony there, so it won't really matter for the moment. Okay, let's go down here and grab a couple of these guys. Tundra, that'll just take one turn. Let's do snow, and then we'll also get some happiness. Do those two. Yep, research complete. It moves right on to our next one. Aha, A Million Things I Haven't Done, Part 2. So remember, we backed the upstart in this case. His success has only emboldened his political ambitions and raised his standing with the public. He campaigns to run for head of the treasury and wins. Now one of the most loved and hated leaders in your empire holds the keys to the vault. His rivals can't tolerate this. They've thrown everything they've got against him, but even infidelity charges don't stick. The opportunist sees one last chance to bring him down. He insults the upstart's family, in particular the man's dead son, who was accidentally killed in a fight while military training. And the upstart is furious and demands a duel. Look at this deep lore, just for this quest. So we can either encourage them to duel, which will make the industrialists happy. Remember, they're both members of the industrialist party. Or we can discourage them, which will please the pacifists, and everyone will actually be happy about that. I'm going to discourage it in this case. Like, we don't need our political leaders killing each other. That's just kind of dumb. Alright, a cooperative quest to raise the total amount of science produced per turn. So, basically, the more science we're producing, by the time we collectively hit 5193 a turn, the better rewards we'll get. So, maybe we can push some science. We've already hit the happiness, so we get a random technology. It's neural robotics, which gives us predictive logistics, industrial zones. Oh, this is the one with the adamantium refining. Nice. That was a good freebie. We didn't even have to work for it. Alright, we got our food back. Dust production went down because of it, so now we're at a negative. That's okay. Yeah. Election time. I'm gonna support the scientists this time. Industrial is still gonna do really well with that cooperative quest. We'd like to get a little more science going in the near future. And again, I'm not in a rush to build a lot of stuff right now. I would like to get some more research done. This small boost probably isn't going to push them anywhere, but it'll help a little bit. Still, nobody is voting for them. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what the Emperor has to say. Oh, one guy did. Thank you. So anyway. Ah, right. Emma pushes the ecologists up. We got some new laws. Alright. Population collection bonus. We got more Imperials, and now we're getting that extra influence. Cool. We're getting a lot of influence. That's great. Okay, so we got our 2 heroes on the Senate. Very nice. So, we got a new industrial law. It's Fleet Fortitude. It raises all the ship's health, which would definitely be good if we were at war with somebody. And then the ecologist law available is Green Fertility, which gives us food for every anomaly. And plus 5% of everything per anomalies on colonized planets. So that actually... How many anomalies do we have colonized? I'm not sure, but it would give us, several percent boost to everything, which is not too bad. 36 influence per turn. Not terrible. Not terrible. Solo quest, The Living Plague. We've detected a heavily damaged ship of unknown design entering our home system. It's unresponsive. We've detected that the engines are in critical overload and it will soon self-destruct. We discover that it contains not only a dense computer core containing untold secrets, but also passengers in stasis who have been infected by an unknown plague. So we can either save the data core, and the people will die, or we will save the people in stasis. To save the core, we need Gaikon to produce a bunch of stuff, we get a random technology. We save the inhabitants, we get Gaikon to produce a lot of food, we get a random technology. Okay, well that's... We're gonna save the inhabitants. That's just the nice thing to do. I'm not gonna be that guy. We've almost reached this other constellation. Oh, these tiny ships here. I guess I didn't talk about them, but when you set up an outpost, food is transported from like your most food producing system, which I'm guessing is Gaikon. So we set up an outpost. I guess we have two, and then ships will carry some of the food from Gaikon to the outpost. And that's how it grows, kind of its first population. That's why earlier when those pirates, it said they destroyed a civilian ship, it was one of those guys, I'm pretty sure. Alright, eukaryotic sap is done. What else? We got a new line down here. But yeah, we should make some science buildings. Science, I said. I'm looking at this graviton shielded laboratory. If you look down in the cost, it not only has industry, but also 5 Hyperium. So I think I was talking about that earlier. A lot of the more, as you get into more and more advanced buildings, you need to use those strategic resources every time you build them. So luckily we've got lots of those. This one would actually give us a lot of science. How long will that take? 8 turns? That'll take 2 turns. Let's do that one. And then this one. A new event, Riled Researchers. Everybody's riled, aren't they? It appears that an intergalactic congress of scientists has turned into a labor dispute. They've come to the conclusion that their work is grossly underappreciated and plan to halt all experimental efforts until their wages improved. Hey, I can get behind that. That's fine. We can ignore them, which will reduce science but increase industry, of course, or we can react, paying them more dust, but getting a science boost, which is actually perfect. So I will help those guys out. We are really filling up over here, aren't we? Let's do some science boosts here. Predictive logistics costs titanium, but it gives us 20 industry per planet, which is not bad at all. Get that one too. Alright, we finally reached that other constellation. So let's check it out, right? We got probes ready to go. Let's head down this way and hope we don't get shot to death, because that took a long time. Another event. We're hitting lots of events. An undercover documentary concerning a makeshift community who live in one of your planet's biggest refuse facilities has become a loaded political issue. We can shut it down. The dump, I assume, not the living community. We can shut down the dump Everyone will be happy. Less industry, or we can enhance the... When in doubt, double down. Sure, industry could throw away less stuff, but maybe they could throw away more stuff and be even more efficient. Very nice. No, we'll go ahead and shut it down. Um, I could lean into the industry thing, but... Okay, this says that an unknown empire is close to achieving victory, but I think this comes up when they're like a quarter of the way there, so I wouldn't really call that imminent, but, gotta keep that in mind, I guess. How are we doing over here? We could do a couple more colonies. Oh, we can get Janus now. But that's all. Perhaps we will. Oh, that's one of Daria's planets. Did I say Daria? Doria, right? With an O? Who's Daria? I don't even know. PEV scale accelerators finished.
The families will do what is best for the families.
Hi, Doria. She's sneaky now. What are you doing? What are you planning? I'm not looking forward to it. Alright, we got another colony. Alright, so here's an interesting conundrum. Our outpost on Fagis has completed, and now I wanted to make my, my starting things that the improvements I always make. But this planet doesn't produce anything. There's no industry. So it says it's never going to complete. Now, luckily, we are the Empire. And so I'm just going to use my influence to say, you know what? I know you guys don't have any factories or resources, but you get that done anyway. And they will. It'll be slow, but it'll get us started at least. That's pretty funny. I did not expect that to happen. Yeah, they did do it, and now it's going to take 36 turns for them to finish cerebral reality, which kind of sucks. Yes, they make 25 industry from the colony base, plus 10 from drone networks, minus 0.5 from Toys for Boys, minus 30 from unnatural wastelands. Oh. Active events. Oh, right. Okay, so from my dump thing, it's minus 30. So in 12 turns, they will get 30 more from that. I wondered why it was so low. I guess that will slow everybody down. More than I thought. That's okay.
Welcome to the Sophonicity.
Whoa.
There are some among us who doubt your intellectual chops. Please, prove them wrong.
Alright, we met the Sophonicity. They are, as you can tell from how blue they are, very science-focused. Maybe if I friend up to them, we can, do an alliance or something. That would be swell, wouldn't it? Colonize gas giant. Yeah, maybe. We must have run into one of their ships. Just gonna shoot some probes out here, and then tell them to just auto-explore. You guys figure it out. Oh, some pirates have shown up. Gotta call in the big guns. Who is this? Just one pirate ship just hanging out at my home planet? That's weird. Oh yeah, I guess I had done several events where I brought down the industry lately. My bad. Toys for boys. No, that's fine. Actually, let's look at everybody's happiness. How's everybody doing? Everyone's really quite happy except for Idris, which I think is new. Or not, they're not even a colony yet. Everyone's pretty happy. So I'm going to dump Toys for Boys. Get a little bit of that production back. It served its purpose. We finished our settler. Ah, we can colonize this arid planet now. It's got lots of production. Let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and rush that just because we're making a lot of influence every turn. And then let's boost up some science because I do want to get in the mix for that that one quest. You finished exploring already? No, you didn't. You just got stopped there by their ship. New event, tete-a-tete. Gaikon, a major industrial hub for your empire. Yes, my home planet, home system, is holding a fancy summit for industry leaders and politicians to mingle and talk business, away from the scrutiny of the public eye. This year, ecological groups have organized a massive protest. We've just received our personal invitation to the party. So if we condemn the invitation, Gaikon will be happy, we will lose industry, ecologists will be happy, or we can attend the party. Gaikon will be a little upset for 10 turns, but we will get an industrial boost. Now I went with the ecologists last time with that dump thing. I actually do want to attend this party in this case. All right, and we finished the living plague. We saved the aliens, and they taught us split-second ablatives. Oh, that gives us one of the bigger ship holes. Nice. Thank you very much. And now Living Plague Part 2. So, I think there's some like bad guys going to or they were attacked by somebody, and now we have to deal with the people who attacked them, so we can either intercept them by setting up an outpost on the Janus system, which I thought about doing, and we will get agrid drugs, or we can reach Ibani in less than 10 turns. I don't know if we can do that. Just because of the time limit, I don't know if we will make it in time, so let's do intercept. And we'll just,
The families will do what is best for the families.
Oh, see, she's getting an attitude. She's gonna try and attack me. So we better start preparing for that, I guess. Stupid Doria ruining my life every single time now. We've got a settler here, so let's just... Oh, we found Doria's home planet. We're gonna go settle Janus for that quest. Alright, well, that's turn 70, so that's all for today. We have a pretty good grip on this constellation. You know, gonna expand to Janus here, gonna take out these pirates. I feel like we're gonna have to deal with Doria, because she's getting like increasingly angry even though I haven't done anything to her. And I feel like she's gonna come a-knockin', so maybe next time we will start working on our military a little bit. And hopefully we can keep her off our backs for a little while. I would like it if...
Why are you knocking around?
If these guys would be nice to us, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you next time, and we will see what happens.